Welcome to Total Retail Talks, your podcast channel for retail knowledge.
Hello, retail professionals, and welcome to episode 3 of Total Retail Talks. I'm Joe Keenan, executive editor of Total Retail, and today I'm joined by Len Stavish, chief operating officer of CARiD, an online retailer of aftermarket auto parts. I'm going to be talking to Len today about CARiD's social media marketing strategy. Thanks for joining me, Len.
Oh, you're welcome. Pleasure to be here, Joe.
So my first question is, can you talk a little bit about how CARiD is using social media to engage its customers and establish brand loyalty?
Absolutely. So, Joe, here at CARiD, first off, we're all about customer engagement. In fact, we focus each day to further earn the trust, respect, the loyalty of our consumer base. And social media gives us an outlet to bring all of these people to an engagement platform. These social media platforms, handled with planned care, execution, enable us to facilitate and participate in conversations, hear raw, unfiltered feedback, and provide fun, informative, interesting content that our customers and our fans have come to love and enjoy. It also provides us a way to advertise to our customers in a non-salesy way, increasing brand recognition and give customers ideas for their next projects, automotive projects. After all, we sell everything automotive. I would place emphasis to say that social media is coupled to sensory engagement, whether it be what consumers see and hear. Sensory engagement cannot happen without creative and caring people, and we have that here at CARiD.
Can you talk about the types of content that you're posting to your social media pages?
Sure. On our pages, you will see what we believe is the highest quality images of inspirational, modified luxury cars, auto classics, tricked out Jeeps and trucks. But you also find articles on product comparisons, how-to installation guides, and entertaining videos with a touch of, I'm going to call it eye candy cosmetics that really make things pop and engage the consumer from that visual aspect. One of the most fun and challenging aspects of our social media is trying to balance our content to make sure that we're connecting with as much of the client base as possible at the mass level. And we want our content to be informative, yet unique and entertaining all at the same time. So there's a lot of efforts that go into that. If you can touch a consumer on a personal level, they're sure to remember that exact interaction they've had with you, and thereby place value on your business and likely share that with others in their social network and come back as a repeat visitor.
What is CARiD's strategy for determining the best social networks for engaging its customers?
Okay, strategy. Wow. So there's a lot that goes into strategy. But let me address this question like this. Social media has made a big splash in many of our lives in recent years, and it's being embraced by each generation at different rates. The baby boomers, the Xers, and I'm going to call it the now time, millennials who dominate today's workforce. All use social media, but again, you need to keep this in mind as you offer engagement content. Social acceptance of how businesses behave and operate, both on and offline, continues to be a consideration. It must be balanced in the social community context. We all must be good corporate citizens and reflect such through these social platforms, especially when looking at the millennials. We judge platforms by what they're able to do in terms of identifying, new creative channels or opportunities for us to further engage our consumer base, and we look to take advantage of such. Another concept I'll share is that we focus on what you expect to get out of the interaction, of the experience that we intend to get. So it's always with that forward thinking. And we want to be able to create and provide content to our followers that they enjoy, find interesting, and are able to share, as well as they want to revisit. Again, it goes back to that word engagement and sensory engagement. We also want to have the ability for our followers to reach out to us on a personal level, where they have the ability to provide the voice of customer feedback to us, as well as ask questions. It's another opportunity for us to interact.
Have you found any relationship between your social media followers and their purchase behavior? For example, do you find that your followers tend to be more frequent purchasers or spend more? Can you talk about that?
Sure. First off, internet information in general, it's instant, right? It's a mobile thumb scroll these days. I'm going to say the dominant millennial generation followers seek loyalty to a responsible business brand, and if you're operating as such, that becomes a factor in their purchasing decisions. Weight is placed on the perceived image that you present for engagement and must be true by the way of followers' experience. So it's basically practicing what you preach and staying focused with that level of engagement. If you do so, as well as couple that to providing the high, rich quality content that we do and the interesting information that we translate by the way of how-to articles, video images, that allows for the shopper to make a better informed purchasing decision, of which we do find that repeat effect.
And then my last question today, Len, can you just offer any tips that you might have for our audience that are using social media as a marketing channel?
Sure, Joe. A couple tips I would recommend or offer to others would be this. Understand as a business your consumer engagement, strengths and weaknesses. Ask open, honest questions, within the business to get best clarity of what those strengths and weaknesses are. You just can't wing it with social media. As the downside of managing, call it a poor brand image, it's not something that you want to have to do. So you must have a vetted marketing social media plan that addresses what you've identified, and then you have to execute accordingly. Another thing to consider is that you never have the exact same followers across your platform. And because of that, you need to consider the approaches of each specific network. One size does not fit all, as the content you share on one may not resonate with a few of the others. You have to assure that you have great people. It's all about working with the people that you bring into the company and culture into your way, but they have to offer that value. So assuring that you have a great talent pipeline coming into the business so that you raise the bar as social media further evolves will be key. And most of all, you got to have fun. Energetic engagement with your employees and business partners is vital. You cannot be dry and mundane within the social setting, both inside the walls of your business as to be reflected on the outside walls through social media campaigns.
Great. Well, I want to thank Len Stavish of CARiD for his time today, giving us some great insight on CARiD's social media marketing efforts. I also want to take this opportunity to thank our listeners for joining us for today's edition of Total Retail Talks. Please check out our podcast channel page, mytotalretail.com/podcast for show notes. Total Retail Talks is available on iTunes and Stitcher, but make sure to subscribe to our podcast channel. And lastly, please follow us on Twitter at mytotalretail. Thanks, everyone.